find a spot on our mat. Well, someone has already found a spot on my mat. Yeah. All right, go ahead and put your feet together and just start to roll your shoulders. Good. Take your thumbs to the back. Inhale. Exhale. Clasp your hands. Let your back curl. Come up again. Let those hips drive forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And back forward. And one more time up. And forward. Good. Take a deep breath up. And exhale. Soft fold. So bend your knees and take yourself down onto your knees. Good. Hands to the floor. Walk back to downward dog. Good. Take a breath. Drop your knees. Sit back to child's pose. Good. Right away from here, keep your feet together and just drop the hips forward. Good. Tuck your feet. Go back to downward dog. Come forward into plank. And chaturanga up dog. And find your tabletop. Ease it up into a cat stretch. Make sure that your knees are under your hips and your wrists are under your shoulders. Float that down into cow so you're smiling with your spine. And back up. And down. Good. Roll yourself up. Take your left knee forward. Good. Press forward into this kneeling lunge. Hands to the floor and just slide back into your hamstring. Now slide forward into a lunge. Put your left hand on the floor. Lift that right knee. Revolve your lunge. Set your hand down. Set your knee down and slide back again. Slide forward. Lift the back knee. Revolve your lunge. Both hands to the floor. Step halfway in with your right leg. And just give me a little soft split fold here. If you want the knees to still be bent, that's fine. And inhale into standing extension. Exhale and fold. Good. Unhinge. Big breath up. Exhale. Down we go to soft fold again. Walk back to downward dog. Inhale, drop your knees, sit back, child's pose. Keep your feet together, come forward and drop into your hips. Tuck the feet, go back to downward dog. And find your plank. Chaturanga to up dog. And tabletop. And just float through that cat and cow again. And unhinge. Step forward with your right knee, right leg. And just hold this kneeling lunge. And set your hands to the floor, slide back. Thanks. Come forward, left hand to the floor, lift your left knee, revolve your lunge. Set that down again and slide back into your hamstring again. Come forward again, revolve your lunge. And then come center, step halfway in with your legs and split your fold. Inhale as your feet come together. Inhale, standing extension. Lift the ribs off the hips. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze and unhinge. And just roll your shoulders here. Take a big breath up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Good. Take a breath, push your right heel to the back of the room. Good, warrior three. Try to point your right toes to the other side of your mat. Big breath, let that step back. Turn your back foot, open up to warrior two. And let's lift into sun warrior. Take a breath, straighten the legs, reach out beyond that left hand first, and then hinge over into triangle. Good, turn back toward a lunge, set your right hand down. Inhale, revolve your lunge again. Both hands go down. Take that left leg up to three-leg dog. Good. Now listen, inhale and step forward with your left leg wide. So maybe even outside of your mat. Take a breath up. Inhale as you go down. Exhale and put that left leg up again. Inhale, step forward wide. And exhale up. Inhale down. Three-leg dog. Step forward, unhinge. Inhale down. Three-leg dog. And one more time. Step forward and unhinge. Hands down. And three-leg dog. Come forward into plank. Chaturanga to up dog. Good. Bring yourself all the way down to the floor. Roll your shoulders. We're going to go out into a full boat. Hello, Katie. Lift the legs. Arms extend. Good. Now lower that down. Good. Now we're going to do a snow angel. So inhale and lift back into that boat. Now open your arms and your legs. Bring them together and go down. Inhale, open, exhale. Inhale, exhale down. Up, out, in, and down. One more. Up, out, in, and down. Good job. Bring your hands to where you're right outside your chest and just lift yourself up. Take your knees toward the outside of your mat. Child's pose. Bring yourself to tabletop, tuck your toes, lift back into downward dog. Let's step forward with your left leg, halfway with your right. Now kick that right leg all the way up to the ceiling into a standing split. Try to touch your forehead to your shin. Inhale into standing extension. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and unhinge. Good job. Roll your shoulders. And let's go to the other side. Take a breath. Hands come to prayer. And we're going to kick our other leg back. Should be your left leg to warrior three. Try to point those toes to the opposite side of your mat. Let your leg come back. Open up that back foot. And we go to warrior two. And let's lift to sun warrior. Reach up. Feel that distance between your rib and your hip there on the right side. And straighten your leg. Reach out beyond your right hand, your right foot first, then hinge. Triangle. Good, turn toward your mat. Go back to your lunge. Take a breath and revolve your lunge. Both hands to the floor. Take your right leg up to three-leg dog. Push that left heel down. And here we go. Step wide with the right foot. Come up, high lunge. Inhale, come down and up. Step forward, high lunge. Hands down, three-leg dog. Step forward, high lunge. Hands down, three-leg dog. Step forward, high lunge. Hands down, three-leg dog. And go to downward dog and plank. Chaturanga to up dog. Lower that all the way down. Roll your shoulders out of your ears and lift into that full boat. Lower that down. Good. Inhale. Lift that back up. Exhale and open. Inhale together. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Inhale and lift. Exhale and down. Inhale and lift. Exhale and open. Inhale and lift. Exhale and down. Inhale and lift. Exhale and open. Inhale and lift. Exhale and down. Bring your hands right by your heart. Roll those shoulders. Take a breath as you come up and exhale back into child's pose. Good, bring yourself to tabletop, tuck your feet, and lift into downward dog. And step forward with your right leg, halfway in with your left. Big breath, try to touch the ceiling with that left foot. Try to touch your shin with your forehead, standing split. Inhale, feet together, standing extension. Lift your ribs off your hips. Exhale and fold. Good, bend your knees, lift your gaze and unhinge. Good job. Inhale up. Exhale into prayer. Very good. We're going to take our right leg and open into tree. So you can take your foot to the floor and just set your heel. Try to open up your hip. You can also set it on the calf. Try to keep it off of your knee. So we're going to do a little balance exercise today. So I'm here in my tree. Going to take a breath, open your hands, and now push that foot out to the side. Star. Good. Now, as the hands come back to center, try to set it back down. Now, if we touch the floor, it's okay, right? Inhale down. Exhale, star. And then just take your time, put it back. Good job. Inhale down. Find your star. Bring it all back. One more. Very good. Take those feet side by side and just lift here onto the balls of your feet and just grow this mountain here. Now squeeze those shoulder blades behind you. Bend your knees. Hinge your heart forward. Stay up on your toes. And then if you can straighten your back, great. This is diver's pose. Inhale as you touch the floor and your heels go down. Exhale and fold. Good. Set your right foot back. Turn your foot and come up to warrior two. Find that sun warrior once again. Straighten your leg and find your triangle once again. Good. Now just take a breath and relax, turning toward down the right side of your mat into a wide-legged fold. Good. Now we're going to turn back to our lunge. And I want you to set your knee down. Walk your left foot wider and push your heel forward. So we're in a half monkey pose here. You should feel a stretch in your hamstring. Now you can stay right here, or if you want to press that down into full monkey, you can. Try to keep one hand on either side of your hips and try to lift that head up to the ceiling. Take some long, deep breaths here where your inhale match your exhale. Good. Now take this leg that's out, back and out to the side. Take your right knee to the right side of your mat. Let your right knee stay center. Push yourself into a split child's pose. Bring yourself to your tabletop. Extend your left arm. Take a deep breath up. Open up to your right. And then exhale. Thread the needle. Right shoulder to the floor. Good, and come center. Tuck your feet. Lift into a downward dog. Step forward with your left. Now inhale, step in, standing extension. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze and unhinge. Reset yourself into mountain pose. Take a breath. Exhale into prayer. And here we go with the other side. So find your tree. Good, here we go. We're going to inhale down and out. And then open up to star. Take your time coming back in. Inhale down and out. Exhale, star. So breathe as you want to as you come in. That's the whole point, is that you got to take your time. And back in. And last one. Good. Set the feet side by side and take a breath. Hinge and fold. Take your left knee back, turn, and come up to warrior two. And sun warrior. Straighten, hinge over to triangle. Good, and now just relax and turn into wide-legged fold. Turn toward the top of your mat. Drop your left knee, hands to the floor, push your heel away, and we're here in our half monkey pose. You can stay right here. Make sure you're rolling your shoulders out of your ears. We don't want to hunch up through the back. Take that lower if you want to. And we slide back. Take your left knee toward the left side of your mat. Your left foot stays center. Slide that right leg away into a split child's pose. Bring yourself to tabletop. Extend that right arm. Take a breath. Inhale, open up to your left. Exhale, push through 2. Thread the needle. And bring yourself back to tabletop. Tuck your feet. Go to downward dog. Step forward with your right. Inhale, step in with your left and standing extension. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and unhinge. Good. Take a breath. Find some shoulder rolls. Good job. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, standing extension. Exhale and fold. Step back with your right leg. Turn your right leg. Now take your left leg out wider. Take a deep breath as you unhinge. Sink into your front hamstring. Bring your arms behind you. Push that right hip and right shoulder toward the top of your mat. Ooh. And now straighten your front leg. You can leave your hands behind you as you hinge if you want to lift the arms, or take those hands down for support. Bring your right hand to the floor. Sink into a lunge. Revolve your lunge. Good. Take your left leg back to side plank. Now turn to plank and chaturanga to up dog. Tuck your feet. Three-leg dog, left leg up. Split your up dog. Bring that left leg forward. And let's thread the needle here. Right arm to the left leg. Roll yourself open. Breathe into that left shoulder. Keep reaching down through the right leg. Release that. Roll to your belly. Take your forearms to the floor. Your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Hands extend out. So we're not going to clasp our hands. And I just want you to imagine you're going to pull yourself on the floor, dragging yourself with your elbows. So push your feet down and just do that little pull and feel that stretch in the front of your core. Good. We're going to tuck our feet. Now, what you just felt stretching, engage it and lift into an elbow plank. Shoulders are out of the ears. And drop your knees. Take them wide. Walk yourself back to child's pose. Good, bring yourself to tabletop. Tuck your feet, inhale, downward dog. Good, and from here, just step forward with your right foot. Good, turn your left. And then get your foot wide as you unhinge. Bring the hands behind you. So now we're trying to push our left leg, left hip, and our left shoulder forward. Yeah, because we want to be like this, right? Push it around. Big stretch in this hip flexor. If it's really tight, this knee is going to want to bend. Keep it straight. Straighten your legs. And then you can leave your hands behind you, or you can put them on the floor. Over we go. Breathe. Set your left hand down. Turn to a lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Revolve your lunge again. And then kick that right leg back for side plank. Find your plank. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale to up dog. Good. Lift your right leg, three-leg dog. And split your up dog. Left hand goes to the right foot. Threading that needle, breathe into that right shoulder. Reach down with your left leg. Release your leg, roll back to your belly. Elbows under the shoulders, hands forward, tops of the feet to the floor. Lift into that Sphinx and just relax the belly here. Feel that stretch. And tuck your feet, take a breath. Exhale up into your hand plank or your elbow plank. Be strong through the back of your legs. Think about lifting through the hips, but tucking your pelvis, pointing your tailbone toward your heels. And drop your knees. Take your knees out wide, feet together, child's pose. Good, bring yourself up to tabletop, and then you're just gonna take yourself around, have a seat. Nicely done. All right, you're gonna take your right leg in for a seated tree. Yep, just like you were before when you were standing. Walk your sit bones toward the back of your mat and take a deep breath up. Exhale, hinge forward toward that left foot. And now set your right hand on your knee or just above your knee. You can also just set it on the floor. If that bothers your knee, don't put it there. Good, now exhale, turn and look way up at the corner of the room at the ceiling. And come center. Take that right leg, this is the one that's bent, and cross it over. Good. Hands back, let the knees slide in, and close this gap between your chest and your heel. Good. Take a breath, slide down, and now exhale. Pull that in a little bit deeper. Try to relax through the hip and the lower back. And now let your knees stack. You're going to drop your knees to your left. Take a breath and exhale. Look to your right. Good. Bring your knees back up. Give them a hug. And then push your heels forward to sit up. And we'll take the left leg into our seated tree. Walk your hips back again. Inhale and exhale, reaching forward. Good, take a breath, set your right or left hand rather on your leg or on the floor. Sit up tall, then exhale, turn, look up at where the ceiling and the walls meet way in the corner. Come back to the center, cross that leg over, hands go back, slide the heel in, close this gap here between your chest and your heel. Notice I'm not squinching in my shoulders. Yep, keep your shoulders out of your ears. And slide that down and relax into this here. Try to relax through your lower back. And now stack your knees. Roll to your left side. I'm sorry, your right side. And then exhale and look to your left. Come to the center, put your feet on the floor together, open into reclined bound pose. And now just see if you can rock your knees back and forth here. Good, just relax into that for a moment more. Feet to the floor. Take a breath. Exhale, lift into a bridge. Slowly lower that down. Give your legs one more hug. And now begin to slowly walk those legs down into whatever position is going to work for you for rest today. Connect to your breath. Begin to slow your breathing, finding your inhale and letting your exhale match that inhale. Allow your jaw to release. Let your eyes be heavy. Feel the back of your neck melting toward the floor. Notice the small of your back. On an exhale, allow your glutes to release. And when you're ready, begin to feel your body in contact with the floor. Take your time rolling to your side. And join me seated. We're going to take our hands into heart center. Take a deep breath up. Exhale, we're going to lean to one side. Take this hip and push it down. Look up at the ceiling. Good. Inhale up and go the other way. Now you're taking this hip and pushing it down. Look up at the ceiling. Come center. Reach up. And exhale. God bless you guys. Namaste. Thanks for joining me on a Friday. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. We should be back to our normal time next week at 9:30. I will tell you guys, probably going to be doing 8:30 once we get to school time. So that seems to work too. So, all right, guys, appreciate it, and I will see you soon. Thanks.